Much love and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am Woman of the Womb, and today I'm going to be sharing with you the art of Bengkung Belly Binding for postpartum healing. But before we get into that, make sure you click the subscribe button and hit the bell icon so that you can be notified when we drop new videos. I'm going to show you exactly how to perform the Bengkung Belly Bind, which is really good for postpartum healing. This helps to strengthen your pelvic floor. It helps to strengthen your back and abdominal muscles. It helps to return the organs back to their original place within your body. It also helps to shrink your uterus and your belly back down to size, and a whole host of other benefits for postpartum healing. This is also great not just for postpartum or for pregnancy and having babies. This is also great for your menstrual cycle as well, as it can help to reduce cramps. It can also help to speed up the bleeding process and shorten the length of your period. And it can also help with excessive bleeding and things like that. So I'm going to show you exactly how to perform the belly binding right now. So this is a cloth that I purchased from Etsy to do my belly binding. I'll go ahead and link their shop in the description below so that you can also see where I got it from and the other designs that they have. So the very first thing that you're going to want to do is you're going to want to take about 3 feet of your cloth and drape it over your shoulder like so. This is the part that you are going to use to actually create the knots that are going to go in this belly bind and hold everything in place. Once you have that draped over your shoulder, you can go ahead and let out your cloth a little bit more. You can really just drop it on the ground. That's what I do. And it makes it just a lot easier to maneuver if you're doing this by yourself. So the next thing I do is I go ahead, mine is already used, so it's kind of twisted up a little bit. So I'm gonna go ahead and untwist this part so that I can wrap it around my hips. Now, one thing that I suggest is you can do this first while you're naked. So that way you can take your underwear and put it over the wrap, and you can put your shirt over the wrap as well, which makes it really easy to still use the bathroom or breastfeed if you need to. But I'm obviously just gonna do this over my clothes just to give you an example of how it is done. So the first thing you're gonna wanna do is you're gonna wanna go pretty low right over your hips. You're gonna wanna start at the hips because this is also a part of closing the hips and your pelvis after the baby is born. So you're gonna bring it around your hips all the way back around to the front. And then you're gonna take these 2 pieces, as you can see. Take this piece that's hanging over your shoulder and wrap it around and bring it back up over your shoulder. So now you've got this nice tight knot right here. Now, you want to make sure you're doing this so that it's nice and snug, but obviously not too tight to the point where it's cutting off your breathing or your circulation. But you do want it to be pretty firm. So as you're going, one thing that I do is I just kind of hold this piece in my teeth, like that, which helps to keep this part nice and tight. So now that you got that first knot out of the way, you're just gonna repeat these steps over and over. So you're gonna take this, wrap it around your hips, bring it back around this side, take your cloth that's hanging over your shoulder, bring it forward, back under, and pull tightly, bring it back up over your shoulder. And then we're just gonna do that again and again and again and again. Now, once you've gotten to the end where your cloth is too short, you're just gonna go ahead, you can wrap that around a couple of times, and then you're just gonna go ahead and tuck those end pieces down into the wrap, like this. And now you're all done. So then you can go ahead, pull your pants right over it. If you have a shirt, you can put your shirt right over it, and then you can go about your day. So there you have it, very simple process. The first time you do it, it might feel a little bit awkward. You may wanna have someone to help you, but it's very easy to do on your own. And after you do it a couple of times, I promise it will become like second nature to you. It'll be so easy to do. You'll be able to do it within 5 minutes. Now, when you are wearing the belly bind, you wanna make sure that you're only wearing it for a couple of hours at a time. You can start doing your belly binding the day after postpartum, or you can even wait a couple of weeks, especially if you've had a C-section and you want to wait for your incision to heal. And then you can belly bind for 30, 40 days postpartum. Really, it's up to you how long you want to do it. Like I said, this really helps with reducing the postpartum belly fat, with bringing all the organs back into place, with shrinking the uterus back down to size, and so many other things. This is something that I wish I had done during my first 2 pregnancies, but it is something that I made sure to do and add to my postpartum healing routine. Now, I am also going to drop a video on other items that I use specifically for my postpartum healing, the items that were most essential to me, so be on the lookout for that video as well. I just wanted to go ahead and share this one so you could see exactly how to do the belly binding itself, because I am going to include this in my video and I wanted you to know what belly binding actually is. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure you like, subscribe, share with a friend, and make sure you join our collective on Patreon, patreon.com/themeditationfamily, where we share plenty of other tips and tricks and tutorials and meditations and sound healings. And we host our weekly live stream podcast. Much love. Until next time.